we're not big buzzword kind of guys, like everybody likes to use in our industry that makes them feel like they're smart.
Did they have even open an email in the first 5 days of sending them emails? Like, I'm not going to waste this on them.
Creating segments for the purpose of creating segments is going to do you no good.
Today's episode is sponsored by ChatDesk. Let's be real. The holiday season is approaching quickly, and we all know what that means. Inboxes flooded with customer emails and overwhelming social media activity. What if we told you that ChatDesk could supercharge your support team with superfans of your brand and instantly train them to perfectly respond with your brand's voice and policy from day one? No, you're not dreaming. With ChatDesk, machine learning and human support come together to transform your support tickets into satisfied customers. Leading companies such as Thinx and Shea Moisture use ChatDesk to increase their Facebook and Instagram ad conversion by up to 15%. With one click, ChatDesk connects with your existing help desk so you can have time for the rest of your to-do list and make Black Friday and Cyber Monday the best ever. For a limited time, you can get started with ChatDesk for free. Check it out at chatdesk.com. That's ChatDesk.com. Ever wonder how those e-commerce brands you admire do it? How they know just the right message to send to the right people at the right time? Guess what? It's not experience. They have the right data and the right tools. They have Klaviyo. Klaviyo's data-driven marketing automation platform is sophisticated enough to power those legendary campaigns from the brands you admire, but they made it simple, easy, and fast enough for anyone to use. Klaviyo helps brands easily create personalized multi-channel marketing campaigns using your most powerful asset, your customers' data. Klaviyo integrates with all leading e-commerce platforms, helping you use your customer data in real time to send more relevant emails and SMS automations. Plus, building a marketing campaign is drag and drop easy. You can get started with your first campaign in under an hour and easily build from there with Klaviyo's best performing templates. Klaviyo gives you all the power of an enterprise marketing automation platform and none of the complexity, so you can compete with the big guys. No wonder more than 65,000 brands can't get enough. To get started with a free trial of Klaviyo, visit klaviyo.com/uncensored. That's KLAVIYO.com/uncensored.
You're listening to E-Commerce Uncensored with Kevin Manel and Jason Caruso.
Hey everyone, and thank you for joining us on another episode of E-Commerce Uncensored. My name is Kevin Manel, and I'm here with
Jason Caruso.
And
it's been a little while, Kev.
We still have jobs. You were able to handle it while I was away.
Imagine that. I mean, I'm
surprising.
Sure you were very, it's funny because just so you guys know, Kevin just got back from Aruba. So this is like our first new podcast in a few weeks. And Kevin has this funny thing he does every year around the busiest time of year, Black Friday, Cyber Monday. He likes to go away to Aruba for 2 weeks. And 1 year it didn't work out very well for us. One of our clients fired us because we left.
Since been back, but yeah, it seems every year it's getting better. Like I didn't.
You didn't. I was going to say to you,
I didn't get on any meetings.
I know. You kind of like stole my thunder here a little bit.
Oh, okay.
You honestly weren't around this time in Aruba. Usually, it's like you want to get on Zoom calls. You want to ask me what's going on. Can you show me what happened here? What happened there? I literally didn't hear from you almost at all.
Yeah. I put a lot of work in a couple of weeks prior to make sure everything was in place, and I was able to. I answer questions here or there and email, but
email you're never going to get it. We can't even play golf with you without you staring at your email every 2 seconds.
Yeah,
I was excited. I told you, dude. I email you when I need you. I don't text you because you ignore texts, but emails you never ignore. But today, Kev, we're going to talk about something pretty exciting. I think we. Up until this point, we've been talking a lot about strategies for Black Friday, Cyber Monday. And, oftentimes we get on here as, I don't want to say experts or gurus, but we get on here as people who, think that we kind of know what we're doing. But at the end of the day, and this is the problem I have with like planning, like forecasting over 6 months, because it's like all bullshit. It's like, all right, team, let's go. We want to make $4 million tomorrow. Let's do it. Like that. Why not say 5 million or 10 million or 20 million? To me, it just doesn't make sense, right? So we talked a lot about what we're going to do for this Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Oftentimes it's just the same thing over and over, but either magnified or tweaked a little bit or just changed slightly. And we hope for the best, so to speak, right?
And it tweaks. We tweak it along the way. I said tweak there 3 times.
Yeah,
we tweak it along the way.
You say it tweaks. We tweak. It tweaks.
And it's funny, like we have those minds. Like even though I'm like more structured than you are, I still have the mind like I'm not gonna like schedule the whole 2 weeks out, like the whole Black Friday, Cyber Monday. And I knew that when you kind of took over, you kind of had some had some issues with that. Like Trinity wanted to like schedule the whole 2 weeks, and we're like, no. If the first 2 days don't work, don't do anything, then we have to do something different. So we can't predict what's going to happen for the next 2 weeks. Who knows?
Yeah. So, and that's kind of like my mindset, but I have come to your side a little bit on this. Like, it is nice to schedule out, let's say, a week. And if you have to adjust it, you can adjust it. But if you get caught up in Christmas or whatever, you don't have to worry about it. It's still going to go out. Right. I mean, things have changed a lot for us in the past year. I'd say we have a lot more staff worrying about the things we used to worry about, but it is nice having everything kind of scheduled out so you're not worried about it.
Yeah, for sure.
This Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Kevin, I think was probably one of the most exciting for us after seeing what happened.
Yeah, because I think we had like these last few years were really had the opportunity to really experience Black Friday, I guess, Cyber Monday. Before that, we were like tinkering around with a few clients that really didn't have audiences, or we didn't have lists or money. And I think that every year we're just getting consistently better at structuring things, knowing what to expect. I remember with one of our clients, it's like their goals for Black Friday, Cyber Monday, the first year we were together with them, we're like, dude, you've only been around for a year. Like, that's not what we've experienced up to this point. And then it just blew it out of the water. And since then, we've just been growing exponentially.
So let's talk about, Kev, today. So number one, let's talk about some of the offers we ran. One of our clients did. I can't even. Sometimes I can't fathom how well they're doing, but one of our clients during Black Friday, Cyber Monday did $2 million. Right, just Black Friday, Cyber Monday, $2 million.
Yeah,
right.
Part of it was actually a pre-Black Friday.
Well, this is what I want to get into. I want to get into what we did.
Right.
Okay. But one client did like $2 million for Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Our own business, which is a much smaller business, right? Like I think we did for our personal business, like almost like what, 80, 90 grand or somewhere in that vicinity like that, for the Black Friday time, which is good for us. I mean, that's, for us, for that business to do like 80 grand or 90 grand for Black Friday, Cyber Monday, that's huge because it's all digital, right? So it's all recurring revenue. So it's not like we're not really solving a problem that people have to solve, right? So it's like a hobby, so to speak, right?
Exactly.
So they don't necessarily need it.
Right. It's like a luxury kind of thing. It's educational, and it's kind of like luxury type product. And if we got a smaller list, we ran it for a little bit shorter period of time. So, we made some less money.
Yeah. So we did pretty well this Black Friday. Now, a couple episodes ago, Kevin, we talked about how we take offers from years past and we try to modify them and make them just a little bit better or a little bit different because we already know that it kind of works. So if we can try to like make it just, by the way, that company that did $2 million for Black Friday, I believe last year we did $500,000, right?
I think so. During Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Yeah.
Yeah. $500,000. So, I mean, that's like a what? 1, 2,
it's a 3x,
3, 4. Yeah. 3x,
300%, right?
300%.
Math's not so good.
Yeah. Me neither. But anyway, that's big for 1 year.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
So let's talk about what we did, because I think what happens when we do these, Kevin, is that we don't, you and I are not from California. We're not in Silicon Valley. We're not big buzzword kind of guys, like everybody likes to use in our industry that makes them feel like they're smart. We're really doing mini launches is what we're doing. And we don't ever really
like bootstrappers, man. Like as we were doing this, like we're doing these emails and these campaigns for these pretty successful companies. And I was basically just waking up every day, just creating new emails every single day.
And what's crazy about it is that, everybody wants to fire us until the people that they're going to hire can't promise them better results than we're getting them. Right. Yeah. So everybody wants to go to the big agencies. They want to get oh my God, this agency has 300 people and 150 of them are designers. And then the other 100 are Facebook people. We want these people. Like, okay, can you guys get us a better return than 10x on cold traffic? No, we can't promise you that. Oh, okay. So
you hit the nail on the head, though. It's really just about those buzzwords and putting together these presentations and putting together these fancy programs that you're going to do. And you're going to promise this or promise that, but you can't promise better results.
No, you can't. And that's kind of where it always falls short. When people fall short, when people fire us, they usually come back because it's like one of those things, you don't really know what you don't know. Right. And like, you're never going to get the service that we give people ever. Right. You're never going to get an agency that cares as much about your results than people working with us. It's just
more
not
like relationships. And this isn't really even a commercial because we
don't want clients.
We're not really looking to build any new clients right now.
No, we don't want clients. It's just the point. It's that people are looking to fire us all the time until they realize that the new people can't promise them any better results than we're getting. So right. The point of that whole spiel is that it was a really, really, I mean, we were sending text messages to each other like, oh my God, they did $187,000 today. Like, what? Right. $187,000 today.
And I talked to you guys before I left for Ruby, before we started. We did a couple of replays and we outlined the exact Facebook ad structure that we just brought over from 2020. And it was just a matter of scaling it up a little bit. And we ended up with very similar results to 2020. It was just a matter of looking at what, like you said, offers that worked, systems that worked previously, and we just kind of duplicated it.
Yeah. So let's talk about really quickly, not really quickly, but let's talk about the process, because you and I have come up with a process together, over the years that I think it works really, really well. And what that process looks like is we normally have the week before Black Friday. We normally have, depending on the client, some people like to start on Black Friday. Some people who give us more flexibility allow us to do it the week before Black Friday. But generally speaking, we usually start Black Friday the Monday before Black Friday. Right. Then what we normally do is we will bombard people with emails from Monday every day, and sometimes more than once a day, depending. Right. Like the journal, we were sending out 2 different offers to the same people for the whole 2 weeks.
Right.
So from Monday to Friday, we will do a pre or a Black Friday week sale.
Yeah. Black Friday week. The pre-sale would come actually, which is what we did this year for one of our clients, is the week before Black Friday, or actually like 2 weeks before Black Friday. We did like this exclusive pre-sale. Like it was almost like a exclusive invitation to see what Black Friday was going to be, which blew the doors off it.
I'm sorry, I missed that. You're right. You guys, and because I wasn't involved in this, you kind of were handling this, but basically you did. That's exactly what you did. Now this worked though, Kevin, just to give everybody context, because I don't want to seem like this is like magic, because it's not. This product has been in and out of stock for a year because of COVID. So
almost 2 years now. It's been
2 years. Yeah, in and out of stock. So I think that helped that when when you guys sent out that pre-Black Friday sale, I think that people were just waiting to get it. So like it kind of blew up, but nevertheless, I mean, it still did far and beyond what we thought.
Yeah, one of the main reasons why we did it is because we knew that there was going to be supply chain issues and people wouldn't be able to get it in time for Christmas at some point. So we wanted to give our core subscribers, our email list, the opportunity to buy early. So, give your, like we always say that, give your email subscribers some kind of VIP treatment to make them feel special. So it really worked out in the end. And we were sending them out like batches at a time. We wanted to make sure that we kept it available for as many people as we went. So we did like 5 or 6 batches of different people at once.
Yeah, I think what's interesting is that, Kev, I don't think you and I give ourselves enough credit, especially me. I don't think I give us enough credit. I'll always downplay like I know I could be a little bit I could be a little bit of a salesman, but I also downplay a lot of like us a lot. But what you just said is just like, it makes so much sense. It's like we find ways to send emails to people who are hot. Mm-hmm. And we do that in a lot of different ways. And one of the ways is basically doing segments, right? Like we'll segment an offer and test it. So like, let's say we have an offer that we don't want everybody to see. We'll take 5,000 people from our list and just send it to them and say, okay, let's see how this worked. If it works, we'll continue sending it. If it doesn't, maybe we'll pivot and try a different offer. We've done that several times.
Yeah. And the segments are very like you said, you call them hot. These are, we started with a really hot segment. It was like people who, I think it was people who were active on the site in the last,
or added to cart or something.
Or added to cart. I don't remember exactly, but we started there. We gave those people who had the most recent interaction with us or the product, and we sent it to them to see how it worked. And we gradually grew those segments that we sent to.
I don't think people do that enough. I think they send emails to their entire list. And then, when they get a 10% open rate or a 5% open rate, they're like, like this didn't work. I'm like, no, that's not really the best way to do it. What we've found with email is, number one, the warm and the hot lists obviously are the best buyers. And those are normally your customers, right? Those are not normally, they are always your customers. Your customers will always buy from you at the highest percentage.
Right.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Then this is what we do. We send our customers, all of our customers, an email. And then if it works with them, we start grabbing segments of people who aren't customers. And we try to kind of slowly show them the offer.
Yeah. I think midway through too, I also, because we, like you said, we were sending emails every day. And what I started doing, and something when you're sending that many emails, sometimes your open rates can go down, your click-through rates can go down, and your deliverability can start being affected by that. So I started midway through, I started excluding people who weren't opening our emails. I was like, they're not, if they haven't even opened an email in the first 5 days of sending them emails, like I'm not going to waste this on them.
No, because it's gonna screw up your deliverability for sure.
Right. They're obviously not interested, or they got a bogus email or whatever it may be. There's no point in sending it to them anymore.
Today's episode is sponsored by ChatDesk. Let's be real. The holiday season is approaching quickly, and we all know what that means. Inboxes flooded with customer emails and overwhelming social media activity. What if we told you that ChatDesk could supercharge your support team with superfans of your brand and instantly train them to perfectly respond with your brand's voice and policy from day one? No, you're not dreaming. With ChatDesk, machine learning and human support come together to transform your support tickets into satisfied customers. Leading companies such as Thinx and Shea Moisture use ChatDesk to increase their Facebook and Instagram ad conversion by up to 15%. With one click, ChatDesk connects with your existing help desk so you can have time for the rest of your to-do list and make Black Friday and Cyber Monday the best ever. For a limited time, you can get started with ChatDesk for free. Check it out at chatdesk.com. That's ChatDesk.com. Ever wonder how those e-commerce brands you admire do it? How they know just the right message to send to the right people at the right time? Guess what? It's not experience. They have the right data and the right tools. They have Klaviyo. Klaviyo's data-driven marketing automation platform is sophisticated enough to power those legendary campaigns from the brands you admire, but they made it simple, easy, and fast enough for anyone to use. Klaviyo helps brands easily create personalized multi-channel marketing campaigns using your most powerful asset, your customers' data. Klaviyo integrates with all leading e-commerce platforms, helping you use your customer data in real time to send more relevant emails and SMS automations. Plus, building a marketing campaign is drag and drop easy. You can get started with your first campaign in under an hour and easily build from there with Klaviyo's best performing templates. Klaviyo gives you all the power of an enterprise marketing automation platform and none of the complexity, so you can compete with the big guys. No wonder more than 65,000 brands can't get enough. To get started with a free trial of Klaviyo, visit klaviyo.com/uncensored. That's KLAVIYO.com/uncensored.
Yeah, and I think that I think people need to think a little bit more about these kind of things. I don't think a lot of people I think people play around with segments, but I don't think they play around with them like in the right way. Like maybe they'll segment like where they live, or maybe they'll segment people who have clicked through an email or visited a website. Like, okay, there's nothing wrong with that, but it's not really going to give you the data that you need, right? Like you got to start with like a control. You have to and then build off of that control. So if you have customers, those are your hottest people. If you send them an email and they don't buy, then there's something else wrong. It's not the segment, it's your offer, right?
Oh, I'm the king of segments during Black Friday, Cyber Monday. I'm a king of segments all year long, but especially during Black Friday, Cyber Monday. I love just fooling around with the logic in Klaviyo. Like even like I just said, like I excluded people who didn't open, but you can't just say didn't open in the last 60 days, right? Because that includes people who just joined your list within the last day or so that maybe haven't gotten a chance to open an email yet, right? Like we have a pop-up on the website. In the last day or two, someone signed up on our website for the email list, and then I can't exclude them for not opening because they're fairly new. So I had to make the this is off topic, but I had to make the segment so it was like hadn't opened in 60 days, but was also active before 60 days ago or something like that. So they joined the list 60 days ago and haven't opened an email in 60 days. Basically like a dead profile in our account. So anyway.
And one thing I was thinking about when we were talking there, we've worked, and this is like it's interesting because I think when we start working with a new client, which we don't do often anymore, but when we do, there's always that pressure of trying to show them that you know what you're doing. And there were times where like clients have been like not happy because we don't do things at the speed that they expect. Like they will recklessly create segments just for the sake of creating segments. And if they don't see us creating 100 segments and sending 100 emails, they start thinking that we're not doing what we're supposed to be doing. But when the truth is that creating segments for the purpose of creating segments is going to do you no good. What you have to do is create the segments after you get the data, right? Like you get the data on your offer, you send it to your hottest people, which are your customers, and then you start kind of segmenting out after that. And I think that people can get also caught up on that side of it, is like just creating segments just because, like, how many times have we go into an email list and there's like 400 segments and like there's like 10 or 20 people in each segment? It's like, well, what are you doing? This is like ridiculous.
I do create segments for purpose, but I am also a guy who just creates segments. If somebody went into some of our accounts and saw my segments, I think they'd have the same problem. But I have like these side things in my head that I use segments not just for sending emails.
No, for reporting back to the
data.
customer.
Yeah.
Right.
Looking at, revenue on a certain person. I'll just make a segment, export the segment, and then I just leave the segment. I just leave it there. I don't get rid of it. So it gets kind of messy.
Yeah. Well, that's a whole different story. But yeah, I mean, I'm looking right now. One of our clients the last 30 days did $500,000 from email. 30% of their revenue came from email.
It is crazy too. And we talk about it all the time, is like this multi-channel stuff. It's like, I'll take a look at Facebook ads and I'll see a ROAS that's really not in line with what I'm used to for a certain client. And then I'll send an email and that ROAS will just jump up. Or
for no reason.
Yeah. Or well, not for no reason, because I sent an email. So the people who I sent an email to then see it on Facebook and then buy through Facebook.
Or they came into the email list through Facebook and then bought.
Right.
And then Facebook is going to show that they came from Facebook and then they purchased.
Exactly. You see those spikes in ROAS. Or, we run Google ads too. So you send an email. They don't necessarily click on the email. They may go to Google and type in, the product's name, and they'll find it that way, and then they'll go buy. So that's why it's so important to have all these things in line, all these channels in line. I mean, we don't even have all the channels in line, like all the things, TikTok, Pinterest, all these other things that are going out that can add to all this stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of times what happens is that we get comfortable with what's working, and we kind of like, every time you go onto a new platform, it's like, you got to just figure out, like, the offers always, they should always translate from platform to platform, but how you get people to the offer also, it's going to change a little bit.
Right. Exactly.
So I know we kind of like all over the place here, Kev, but the point is, or not the point, but getting back to our how we do things. So this was a I don't want to say this is a pre-Black Friday. That's what you guys named it, but it's more of a doors are opening early for people.
Yeah, we called it an exclusive invitation, and we didn't have the product on the offer on the site yet, so it was only visible to people who we were sending emails to.
Right. So that's definitely a really nice way to get some sales going, right? Because everybody's trying to get Black Friday, Cyber Monday kicked off, and that's a really good way to do it. But generally,
and just test the offer before you're going into Black Friday.
Right. That's a good point.
If we sent out this exclusive invitation to our email list, our highly engaged email list, and it just flopped, we'd be like, oh, we have an offer problem here or something. We'd have to work out before Black Friday came. Which
is fine, because then we just change a couple creatives or whatever. But the point is that's a really good way to test. That's a good point. But usually we'll start on Monday and we'll say something like Black Friday, Cyber Monday, or Black Friday week starts now, right? That's on Monday.
Yep.
Then what we'll usually do is send emails every single day. Sometimes, not sometimes, depending on the client, we'll take Thanksgiving off and we'll just send a happy Thanksgiving email just to break it up a little bit, just to not get too crazy.
Yeah.
And then obviously Black Friday may get an email saying Black Friday starts now, something like that.
It's Black Friday.
It's Black Friday.
Black Friday.
Whatever. And then again, it depends on the client again, but sometimes we'll take Saturday off, because a lot of times we've been kind of, I know everybody likes to change offers from Black Friday to Cyber Monday. But we've been sort of getting away from that.
Yeah, we like to keep it consistent for a few reasons. I mean, I think the main reason is for me was the Facebook ads, because to go in and change things. We mentioned this, I think, when we talked about the structure of the Facebook ads, but to change things on a Facebook ad midway through just like kind of screws your rhythm and screws your momentum going into the following week.
Yeah. And that's one reason, but I think there's another reason I think that it works is that, this game is all about timing, and I can't explain it. I don't know what the purpose is, but somebody on Monday may not be interested in buying, but then for some reason sees the same offer on Sunday and then they buy, right? So like we send it Monday, we send it all week. They don't buy. And all of a sudden on Monday, the next week, we do Cyber Monday, the same offer, and then they buy for some reason.
Yeah.
And it comes down to timing. It's like sometimes like people, maybe they were shopping that time, or maybe they spent too much money that week and they got paid. Like, you don't really know. But the point of the matter is that it's timing. And even though the offer didn't change, it still worked. And
it's just a mindset thing.
Yeah.
Like, it's Black Friday, maybe I'll wait till Cyber Monday and see if it's a better offer or if it's a different offer or something like that. And then you hit them with the same offer, and then that's when they buy.
Yeah, I mean, and I think like bigger brands, like big gigantic brands, I'm sure they have multiple offers going, and from their standpoint, when somebody is like closely following a brand, I think changing the offer may train them, so to speak, to take action on Black Friday if they like that offer. But you're right. If the offer is better on Cyber Monday, then they all get all mad, and then they want that offer on Cyber Monday.
Right.
So you get a bunch of emails, you get a bunch of calls, and so yeah. Do you have? You kept looking at your pad. Do you have anything on there that you want to talk about?
I have 0 on my pad. I didn't write anything down.
Oh, I thought you were. So all right. So we start Monday. We go through Black Friday. Sometimes we'll take Saturday off. We'll send a Black Friday email. I'm sorry, a Thanksgiving email on Thursday. And then sometimes we'll start that Cyber Monday on Sunday and then go a whole nother week. And then, well, depends on who it is. Sometimes we stop on Cyber Monday and then we'll do an extension.
Well, Tuesday. We actually say we're like Black Friday's ending on Sunday. And then we just start up Cyber Monday on Monday. And then you can run it. We run it for a week. You can run it for a few days after Monday.
That's up to you. I mean, that's all up to you and how you want to do it. I mean, that's not important. I just want you guys to know kind of what we did to get these kind of numbers, because it's not just like a Black Friday thing and a Cyber Monday thing. It's literally weeks. One other thing, Kev, that I want to mention is that our emails, because I don't want people saying like, oh, you're telling us about how you're sending the emails in the schedule, but you're not really talking about the emails themselves. We have, and I have to update it, so I don't want anybody to get it, but we have this 5 keys to email, or whatever the hell it's called. I don't even know what it's called. And we basically just follow those rules, and we've been doing it forever. So I'm not going to go through all of them, but I can tell you the biggest mistake that I see e-commerce brands making with email, and it's something that we had to talk into our clients often, is that they make the emails way too complicated. There is no centralized offer or focus. They have one offer, and then you scroll down a little bit more, there's another offer, then maybe like there's another one, and maybe then they want to put the menu in the email, and like I never understood this, but your conversions are going to drop if you confuse. Like Russell Brunson says all the time, a confused mind always says no, right? So if your emails are just way too complex, because people sometimes designers like to show you that they're good designers and they just start throwing shit all over the place, instead of just making it super simple, super clear, easy to read, easy to understand. That is, I think, at the end of the day, the most important part about emails. When somebody opens up your email on a cell phone, they need to know instantly what you're doing. They can't work to try to figure out what you're doing. They need to know immediately. And that is one thing, Kevin, with all of our emails. They are so simple. You don't even need you don't really need a real designer to do it half of the time. I mean, yeah, they'll make them look much nicer, but for the most part, they're just very, very simple emails.
Yeah, every single email. It's like having a landing page. Every single email should have one thing to do.
That's it.
As soon as you throw all these other things at people, and imagery too. Like, imagery should be really clean and straightforward. Like one of the emails I did was just the price of the product, what it was, just crossed out, and then with a button underneath to shop now. Because what did that do? That added some curiosity, which is one of the 5 keys, and that's a really good idea to do it too. Just don't even show the product. Curiosity.
Yeah. So, excuse me. So yeah, I mean, that's basically what we did, man. We ran Facebook ads, we ran email. Facebook ads, Facebook is kind of changing, and we have a course on Facebook, but it's just changing so much, and I'm finding it needs a lot more attention these days than it used to. Things work for a little while and they kind of stop working,
and the numbers aren't accurate anymore. I think that's the biggest thing.
Yeah, the numbers are not accurate at all anymore. But Facebook, email frequency, which is another one of the 5 keys. Like, people don't send enough emails, and we basically try to annoy people to get off of our list, or buy. You know what I mean?
So, back to your scale, we sent 2 emails on Black Friday, one in the morning and one at night.
Yeah, we'll send one that says Black Friday starts now, and then we'll say it's ending tonight.
Right.
Or ends in 12 hours or 24 hours or whatever.
That freaks out a lot of people. Oh my God, I don't want people unsubscribing. I don't want to be marked as spam. I mean, obviously you got to keep an eye on those, but you don't want them on your list if they're unsubscribing.
Right. You know what we're going to do? I think, Kevin, I just made this up right now.
Okay.
If anybody wants to see our Black Friday strategy in a PDF, send me an email at jason@ecommerceuncensored. And all I want you to do is just say, I'd like your email strategy. That's it. Fit your Black Friday, Cyber Monday email strategy. And if you do that, I will have our designer create the exact process that we used with the emails. Well, actually, I'm probably not going to be able to show you the client, but I will show you the emails, like the offers and everything, just so you can see exactly how we do it, the exact schedule that we used. And then you can just copy it. I mean, it'd be real simple. Just send me an email, jason@ecommerceuncensored.com, and I will send that over to you guys as soon as.
Interesting. I like that.
Yeah, because I want to, we talk a lot about Facebook ads, Kev, but really, we make most of our money from email.
Absolutely.
So,
and it's we said it before we got on the phone or on this call. It's the one constant that's, they have had some changes with privacy and stuff like that, but it's still, the concept behind it is the same, and it's always going to be the same, and it's always going to be the number one revenue driving channel that you're going to have.
And I don't care what anybody says, it's not dying, and I'll tell you why. Until we are comfortable giving our cell phone numbers to brands to create accounts that will substitute all the emails we get to text messaging, it's not going anywhere, because we need email to create these accounts.
Yeah.
And we want a buffer. I don't want 4,000 text messages coming to me, but an email, there's a little bit of a buffer. When I want to check them, I check them. When I don't want to check, so until something replaces both of those things, I don't see email going anywhere. And I don't see its effectiveness going anywhere either, because we check our emails all the time for work, for brands that we want to follow. I just don't see it happening.
Agreed.
All right, Kev. So that was basically our Black Friday, Cyber Monday strategy, what we did, some of the results we got. Like I said, our own brand killed it. Our clients killed it. Like I said, that's a record $2 million on Black Friday, Cyber Monday for us. We've never done that before. It's the first time. Now, granted, we're not sending emails for, $1 trillion brands or $1 billion brands, or aren't any $1 trillion brands. I don't actually, maybe Apple is, I don't know. But, we're talking about, the 2 million to, $20 million brands. That's our best.
Yeah. That was a cool recap. It was good to talk it over too. I love how we just come on here and have the conversation that we would have had anyway.
Yeah, exactly. So send me an email, guys. Don't forget, jason@ecommerceuncensored.com. I will send you the exact strategy with all the emails, exactly the offers. And I'll have our designer make something up real nice for you guys that you can just copy it.
Cool, guys. Thank you guys so much for listening. As always, you can check us out at ecommerceuncensored.com, and we'll talk to you guys real soon.
Later.
Today's episode is sponsored by ChatDesk. Are you struggling to respond to all your social media comments, DMs, and customer emails? Well, you're not alone. That's why ChatDesk came up with a solution to supercharge your support team instantly. With ChatDesk, machine learning and human support come together to transform your support tickets into satisfied customers. Leading brands such as Thinx, and Shea Moisture lean on Chat Desk to increase revenue and customer satisfaction. Get started for free at chatdesk.com or click on the link in our show notes. Attention e-commerce founders, entrepreneurs, side hustlers, marketers, and growth hackers. If you're working around the clock to build your dream e-commerce business, you need an e-commerce marketing platform that works just as hard as you do. That means you need Klaviyo. With Klaviyo, you'll delight customers and drive revenue at the same time. With personalized email and SMS marketing campaigns, you can design and send in minutes. For more, visit klaviyo.com/uncensored. That's KLAVIYO.com/uncensored.